Welcome back to Sushimi's House. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sister, Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
We're back with some more Control.
I immediately have to start with the fact that it took me until you were doing your sign-off to be like, oh, you just refer to stories as, like, growers versus showers. Which, I mean, fair, I guess. There are stories where right off the bat you can go like, oh, that's going to be so funny. The payoff of it all.
Listen, not everything. Sometimes things that are for penises are helpful for other things.
All of my stories are growers, and some of them don't grow to an impressive size.
Wow.
I can say that about my own stories.
Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power, and their parautility. Summary. Objects of power are unique in their capability to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We shall call these individuals parautilitarians.
I am so proud of you for just being able to say that word. Not because I don't think you could, because I sure as fuck could not.
Take a stab at it.
Parautilitarians?
You got it. The potency of these abilities depend on the parautilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some parautilitarians can achieve a throw distance of redacted, while others are only capable of as little as redacted. That's a huge difference. Do you see, like, the length of that block?
Like the last two you just read? Throw a distance of redacted while others are only capable as little as redacted. So
like,
the distance of a football field while others are only capable of as little as an inch or
I mean, I assumed numbers were in play. And if numbers are in play,
smarter.
like... Anyway, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some redacted exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records. Considering he is one of the most accomplished parautilitarians the Bureau has ever had, Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to file 854-1982 for full report.
Which actor would you hire to say the redacted? So every time you were talking, it would just redacted over the redacted.
Ooh, if I had to choose somebody to say that,
who would be your pick?
A Patrick Warburton.
I like that.
Hands down.
I like that. I think because that was my thought because I went.
I know in my heart, like
that's your heart. That's okay. I like that. That's a good pick. So, except not in a serious voice, just in like the, redacted.
That's 4. We don't have that.
Love that. Love that for us. I wish.
One day.
Say his last name again, please.
Pretty sure it's Warburton.
Mr. Warburton.
Maybe it's Walburton.
Mr. Kronk.
Mr. Kronk.
Mr. Kronk.
Our Kronk.
In the middle of our Kronk.
We've already been in here. I'm wasting time.
We've already done this bit.
We've also done. Listen, if you get tired of bits,
too bad.
This is the wrong house for you.
This is the wrong house to be in. You want bits? You come to our house. In the middle of our house. Yeah.
Real quick, just want to make sure there's not anything new here. I don't like that these close, because at least if they stayed open, I'd be like, okay, I was definitely already in there.
Freaking shadows. It did just send a shiver up my spine, because I forgot the shadows were just kind of there.
Shadows?
Inside the shelter.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's already closed. I'm not going to do it again.
Not again.
Our Pope.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it.
Yeah, I'm going to read this first.
Emily?
Initial impressions. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 1 confidential. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past few weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. It indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of other Hiss that I have dismissed this theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of the hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Let's talk.
Of course.
She's our biggest fan. She already wrote a report about
I got
us.
the hotline.
Honestly.
I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
Okay, we kind of read about this.
Yeah.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Oh. In the middle of our wall or floor. Oh. Just her minding her own business.
Interesting.
No. You leave him out of this. Are you the traitor? No. You couldn't be.
A lot going on, man.
I know.
Just to like absorb all this. Oh, so maybe it's because of our TV? This cutscene kind of looks like garbage.
looks a little green. This area looks a little heavy on the green.
I mean, not just the green, but like the lighting seemed splotchy.
Oh, in here, yeah. Because Pope's looked fine. Pope's shot looked fine. Our shot looked fine.
Also, as it climbed up that wall that we're not sure is a wall, it might have been a floor.
Well, that was a little funky. That's
that
true.
seemed like PS2 era.
This just doesn't do well with walls, I guess.
Maybe. Okay. Oh god, another hotline.
Oh.
Guys, this is hard to look at.
Okay. The board is just an entity, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like it.
The muffled sound sounds like it's gonna be so specific, but look it up so you can have a good time. This is from Make Some Noise. It's the like largest businessman gives presentation.
Yes.
Someone's singing. Where's it coming
If
from?
you don't hire me, you'll have a bad time.
Hi, Jesse.
Done by Josh Rubin. That's his name. I couldn't remember for some
Thanks,
reason.
Em.
Yes. That's
I'm
weird.
sure I'll have more questions soon.
It like wanted me to talk
let
to
me
her.
know.
Right, but then didn't actually have anything new.
These readings.
Singing.
The hiss.
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Watch out, it's a siren.
Which way to, like... Let's pretend I'm stupid. Where's the elevator? This ain't it, right?
What? We can't get any equipment from the research sector until the internal lock.
Oh, abilities.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Health.
We have 4 points. Well, I'm curious. Do we get health recovery? No.
Okay.
So energy. Melee damage. I haven't used the melee in a little bit. Launch damage. Launch explosives.
Eat the wrong food. Lunch damage.
Interesting.
Interesting
Let's do.
that you didn't laugh harder at my joke. I'm kidding.
Can't stand you. Let's do. Guess one of each of these.
Sure. Goodness, I'm sleepy.
Telling me, brother. Additional weapon form slot.
And see what you can find around here. Computers.
So far we only have the one weapon form, so that doesn't really do anything for us.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's the elevator.
Hey.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
But we
Okay,
can't
Ati.
get there, T.
Well, I think that's what this is. Because this elevator shouldn't be working.
Okay. Thank you,
Like I
Mati.
said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Oh, 100%. Do not get got, my child. I know you're older than me, but worry not about that.
Pay no attention to that.
Just don't ignore that. Don't worry about it.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ati here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ati. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office.
Yeah.
Could be. Could.
Is
Could be.
Ati guiding me too?
Could be. Could be.
God, y'all, there's a Korean barbecue place that's set to open near us.
God, but
and
there's
every
no
day
set date.
every day that it isn't open, my rage grows.
And like, there is a place in Uptown, that the one that we went to for your birthday, but like, it's in Uptown.
It's so far away.
It's in Uptown, right? Because like,
And it's so expensive.
now again, to be fair, it was
Directorial
expensive because we
override is
got
right
the
there,
good ass
in the control
meat. We
room.
got Wagyu.
How do we get there?
Shut up. We got Wagyu, so that's why it was expensive. So if
Sure.
it's, and
We
also it's a
also
group
fed
of,
like 8 people.
I was gonna say it was a group of many people, so like, yeah, it was expensive. Now it still wouldn't be like dirt cheap, but if you got like not Wagyu meat, it would be definitely a lot cheaper. But
or if we got Wagyu for less
but
people.
even true, but even then, it's just far, and it's hard to even get parking for it. Like, it's just rough. I can't get behind, like, oops.
Yep.
I can't get behind. I gotta pay like $40 for parking. Wild.
Now, there was cheaper parking closer to the place. We just fucked up.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm also exaggerating. Like, it just totally depends on like what day of the week you go, what parking lot you get. It can sometimes be as cheap as like $10.
Yeah.
Like, damn. You know? You still don't have to drive into Uptown.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room.
I'm just gonna stay ready.
How do we
Yeah.
get there?
Like, go ahead and hold one of these. Emergency phone.
Hold this. Ooh.
There you
Where
go.
did you come from?
I don't know, but there's another guy.
Yep, I see him.
Whose aim is better, yours or his?
Probably his.
Yep. Oh my god, there's more. Where are the cheat codes? Control, delete. Delete all of you. Please?
That didn't hurt him at all.
I hurt him enough.
No, it didn't. He was already at that level of health.
Oh. Give me health back. Thank you. Middle of my house
Actually,
too.
pretty hard. Oh, is this a control point?
Oh,
Nice.
for a chance.
When is this full?
Get those incenses out. Start ringing them bells. Spraying that holy water.
So,
Can you tell I was raised religious?
right. Once upon a time, our mom heard a spooky noise as she was coming in from walking like our old dog.
Oh my god, I forgot about that completely.
And this was like when we were still going to school, so we weren't even home for this. So when we came home,
Her and her
there
bestie.
was like a whole ritual happening.
Yeah.
And I walked into my room and immediately noticed there was a burn on my carpet that stayed there for the entire rest of the time I had carpet.
Which is a few more years. Yeah. Just imagine walking into your home and your mom and her bestie, are just doing, you know, incense
girl
and
shit.
candle. Hot girl shit. You know, just rituals. Just witchy girl shit, you know?
Where did they shoot from?
Ow. God. So funny though. Why did you get hurt?
I think he did. I think he had a buddy.
Oh.
There's two bodies there.
Henry? Oh, Henry. Ah! I had a patient today whose legal name is like a very, very common four-letter J name. But when I looked at his paper, it said that he went by a different, also very common four-letter J name. So I was like, okay, well, now I'm concerned there's been some sort of, you know, confusion where it's a different patient with the same last name, same date of birth, but different first name. And they both just happen to start with J, and then, you know, there was some sort of mishap. So I walk in the room and I go, just to clarify, like, can you tell me your name? And they told me his name, and I was like, oh, but the paper says this? And he was like, oh yeah, I go by that. I'm like, hold up. That would be like if I was like, yeah, my legal name is Bubbie, but I go by Bobby. It's like, well, hang on. You didn't shorten it. You also just, it's almost the same fucking name. I just kind of was like, okay. Anyway, whatever that means. Like, sure.
Yeah. Human's gonna human.
Just choices, man.
Yeah.
And like, listen, I understand not all names can get nicknames, right? Like, my actual name, Amy, like, you can't shorten that a whole lot else. But people, if I'm gonna get
God
a
help
nickname,
us if we haven't tried.
right? But if I'm gonna get a nickname, it usually gets lengthened. You know, like one of the doctors that I really like working with, he calls me Ames. And then so does our childhood friend. So
Yeah.
like, if I'm getting a nickname, my name's just gonna be longer. Bubbie is longer, but it's also a very different nickname.
What's down
Just
that
sounds
way?
cooler.
You're right. It makes you sound
It's a better
very, very mature, very knowledgeable, very handsome and loyal and smart and big and strong.
No, it just seemed affectionate. to me.
It is. It's very sweet. I really don't mind it at all. Ew, don't do that.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Oh god, and we gotta.
Am I getting hurt? What's happening?
They're gonna be like, am I getting robbed? Robbed of my health? Stop.
I'm getting robbed of my mental health.
I know. I do sometimes. I have never been diagnosed with epilepsy. I've never had a seizure in my life. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Darling, you need a hobby.
I don't think this is Darling.
Are you sure?
Oh.
Oh.
There's more.
Oh. You missed the mark. That didn't quite fit the whole screen.
Hey, man! What are you trying? I'm trying to talk!
I didn't think this would be like this.
I'm drawing the pyramid.
Of the food pyramid. Uh-oh.
Pyramid!
Black pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Okay.
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
I don't
It's
know.
a weird, crazy alien dimension.
Is that just us?
Life goes on forever. You can get lost in all that.
It's so weird hearing dial-up noises in the background.
I know.
Never find your way back
I have a very,
home.
very faint memory of hearing those.
I miss my home!
Nah. Who is this for? Who's your audience?
It's a very good question.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
I don't either.
Oh, I like my nickname. It's fine, but it was just a weird choice to me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go by it. Like, it's not even like, oh, well, what could be a shortening of that? Like, no, whatever. Anyway, I guess we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and call it here because we're probably gonna get pulled into a whole thing if we go to
into
Otzi right
another
now.
weird children's puppet show. And
Why the
fuck
red
that,
light?
Honestly,
Like, what's doing it?
I'm looking at your health. You're not taking damage from that flashing.
Genuine.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh.
Thank you so much for joining me at Sushimi's house. As always, I've been your loving host, Master Sushimi. If you like what you saw, make sure you like these videos as you go along. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you get these videos in your sub box, and ding that bell so you get a notification when they drop in your sub box. Beyond that, there is my Twitter, @MasterSushimi, where I like to tweet fun stuff about video games, the occasional meme here and there. Most importantly, pup updates about my pup, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy. Second, most importantly, I tweet when and what I'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/MasterSushimi. As of the time of this recording, we've been working our way through, oh god, what is it? No More Heroes 2. But by the time you see this, we may be done?
Question
mark? It's a fairly short game, at least as far as I remember. And the only reason we're not already done with it is because we had some family in town recently, and that kind of kept me from using the recording space because it's also the only guest room. So yeah, go check that out. If you already have checked out that stream or done any of the other things I mentioned, first and foremost, thank you so much. It means the world to me. But also, make sure you share it with friends, share it with family, share it with foes, anybody who you think would be into it, because we want to grow as a community. We want to be loud and proud here at Sushimi's house, and the best way to do that is going to be through your word of mouth. With all that being said, thank you so much once again for joining me. See you in the next video, set of videos, or stream as is appropriate, and in the meantime, I hope you take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for